What's going on, friends? James DeWitt here with the Alpha Red Comic Channel, doing some last minute behind the scenes stuff so we can play the music. You're hearing the theme song for Alpha Red. I hope you're doing well. I hope Hump Day is treating you well. We are here, friends, to finish up the last Ronin sketch that I started on Father's Day. I had to cut out early because I was the grill master. Did some grilling. They came out excelente. The good cut of meat, and she saved the best for Father's Day. My wife did, and but I didn't mind. I didn't mind having to grill. I do it well, so we like to do what we like to do well. So that is the truth. The truth. But we are going to finish up this bad boy right here. That's right. I started this on Sunday I started it early because I had to grill, and then I had to. What did we do? What did we do for dessert? We had a dessert. We had a nice dessert, and so it was a good night. It was a good ending to the week, but I did start the draw stream early, and so it butted up against my grilling time. So that is why I never got it done. But lucky for you, because you are here on a Wednesday and you get a live draw stream. So I hope you dig it. I hope you dig it. This one is already claimed. Brother Benny has already claimed this piece, and it looks to be a good one. He called a good one. Called it early. Sent in the payment. I got it. All good. I just got to finish it and mail it off to him. Maybe I'll do Geiger as well to save on some shipping. Double up on the shipping. Let's see if I can get this. All right. Okay. Just want to get the blade right. Don't like to hold my breath. That just means I'm trying too hard, and that's not the purpose of these draw streams. These draw streams are supposed to be a little bit more sketchy. So if you haven't already, I'd love it if you hit that like button and that subscribe button. It makes the algorithms go all bananas. Who doesn't like bananas? I love bananas. Actually, bananas don't love me back, so I don't eat as many bananas as I used to. I didn't realize how much sugar was in bananas. And so every lunchtime, I would go downstairs. I work from home, even before the COVIDs. I would go down and throw a bunch of peanuts in my mouth, make peanut butter with my own teeth, and then I would eat a banana. So as many peanuts and bananas as I could. I was crazy for it, but I put on a lot of weight when I discovered that snack. And so once I stopped, my weight normalized, and I was saddened that I no longer had my favorite lunchtime dessert, which was bananas and peanuts. Nothing like homemade peanut butter straight from the peanut, which is very, very fun. So I hope you are having a good week. I'm having a very productive week, so I cannot complain at all. Loving it, digging it. Let me see what I was trying to do with this eyeball here. I think I was just going to color in this eyeball because it's super duper important, because he's looking through the blades there of the sai. Just some things about certain pictures are going to give you pause and say, "Oh yeah." So let me know if you can hear the air conditioner. If you can hear the air conditioner, that's not a good sign. Not a good sign. So if you're finding me later, if you're watching this draw stream after the fact and you don't know what's going on, let me tell you what else I got going on. I've got a crowdfunder for Alpha Red number 7 going on right now. You can have you will have the opportunity to read Alpha Red number 7 2 months before other people get to read it. If you back my campaign, it will come out 2 months before. 2 months. And you get a digital copy. And the digital copy that you get is the deluxe digital copy. And you say, what does that mean, the digital deluxe copy? The digital deluxe copy will have the pencil version of the cover, the inked version of the cover, and the color version of the cover. Not just the normal covers, not just the normal cover, but the exclusive cover as well. It's the only place that you'll see that. You'll have it with the trade dress. You have it without the trade dress. That's what you're going to get with the deluxe digital version that you can only get during this campaign. And I did extend the campaign. If you were here, I think it was last Monday, I extended it another 2 weeks just because I was putting it out on Kickstarter as well. If you go over to shopalphared.com, that'll take you to the Kickstarter campaign for Alpha Red number 7. That is going on right now, and I would greatly appreciate some support on that. The Kickstarter one did already hit its goal. I do have enough with the Fund My Comic campaign to pay for the printing of it. So all this is just icing on the cake, but really it's to help me be a little bit more nimble with the inevitable problems that come up with printing the comic. Producing an independent comic book it's tricky business. Things change on you, at the drop of a hat. The price will shoot up. Shipping costs change. From the time that I got a quote for the printing. So a lot of things change. And so any extra funds would be greatly appreciated, and goes a long way to keep everything on track. Flowing, if you will. Flowing. Keeping the flowing going. So I still have yet to pick up my comics. So I am told that Battle Beast number 2 is in stores. Now I know a lot of you bought the extra, the red bag pack, whatever they were calling that, and a lot of you all have already read Battle Beast number 2, but I am saving my coin because it comes from the same war chest. So I have a war chest that pays for my comic books, both the comics that I read and the comics that I buy, that I create. So I try to be very efficient with what I buy and read, because part of what I buy and read is for the channel, for the YouTube channels. Robin Saber in the house. What's going on? It is. Sir, yes, sir. It is the continuation of The Last Ronin. Bum, ba-da-bum. So, Robin Saber, was it you who suggested it? It was good. It gets a thumbs up. I've heard nothing but good things about it. They're making the movie about it, and you said even the follow-up stuff is pretty worth it. Pretty worth it. I just have to be a little bit more miserly with my money right now. Even though I made a bunch of money at the homeschool convention that I went to, but next year's homeschool convention down your way, down Tennessee, it's a long trip for me. I wanted to get a table down at that homeschool convention for 2026. So that ate up, like, I want to say 80% of what I made at the Pennsylvania homeschool convention, which went gangbusters. So super duper happy with the results of going down to that that convention. Worth it. So yeah, all that money kind of goes into the next thing. Everything goes into the next thing. So I don't get to just sit on my millions. Don't always get to sit on my millions here. Always thinking about investing in the next issue, in the next homeschool convention, just anything to get Alpha Red into more homes. To all the homes in all the places. So I am going to yep, Last Ronin is good stuff. I will take your review, sir, into consideration when I go for more purchases. What was I going to say here? So issue number 7 is well underway, and I'm getting the amazing letters back, and it's so much fun to read the things that you wrote and see whether or not they hit. And I hope you get the story that I want to tell with this one. I had a lot of discussions. I had to defend my storyline, as I'm doing my pitch for Alpha Red. Got a lot of theologically minded people at the homeschool convention who questioned my storylines and things. I'm like, just let's take it easy. Everything doesn't have to be so neat and tidy. We have imaginations. If you've ever gone to see a fictional movie, then cut your fellow Christian creator some slack if we don't stick to biblical history. You know what I'm saying? Let's not take the fun out of everything. And there were 2 Karens. Actually, there was one guy who was asking me a lot of questions, making me explain myself. And I think he was okay with my answers. But wait. What? Say what? The hardcover for the first story is on Amazon for $17? Say it ain't so, sir. That might be a purchase coming to a home that looks a lot like my home, and a collection that looks a lot like my collection. So I saw it at my local comic shop for like $30. How can they sell it for how can they sell it for $17 on Amazon? Have you ever heard the story of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, and how he ended up putting Barnes and Nobles and who was the other one? Borders out of business in a lot of places. I know that they're around still a little bit here and there. I think there's one in Syracuse, a Barnes and Noble. But by and large, he put them out of business because he was determined to put them out of business because they were the competition. So he was selling books at a loss until he put the other guys out of business. So if a book costs, a publisher would publish a book, and they would sell these books to retailers for $15, and the book was $30. And so Borders and Barnes and Nobles would mark it up. They would mark it up, $5-10 for the first, they would have their sales or whatever. But then on Amazon, you can get it for $15. You could actually get it for $10. A $30 book for $10 on Amazon. And the other distributors were crying foul. They said, "Publisher, you are selling these books to Amazon for cheaper." He said, "We promise we are not." So he was undercutting himself. He would buy it for 15, sell it for 10, so that everybody would buy it from him. And then when they couldn't sell it, when Barnes and Nobles couldn't sell it, Amazon would buy it from them for a discounted price. They would buy it from them for $10 and sell it for 15 or whatever. And then when those bookstores would go out of business, instead of going back to the publisher and saying, "Okay, you can keep selling it to me for 15. I'll be the only distributor in town." Well, instead of doing that, he went to the publisher and said, "I'm not paying $15 for your $30 book anymore. I'm going to pay $10. And because they had no other distribution, they had to bend to Amazon's will. And so things became cheaper, and they got delivered right to your door. Everybody loves Amazon, and a lot of bookstores are out of business. And they didn't just do that with bookstores. They did that with a lot of businesses. So they would try to get you to sell your product on Amazon. That's why a lot of companies refuse to put stuff on Amazon, because Amazon dictates what they sell it for. So they will undercut you. So if you have your own website and you're selling it for $10, they'll go in and they'll sell it for $5, even though they bought it from you for $5, until the only product you're selling is through Amazon. And then they'll come to you and they'll say, "Well, sell it to us for less now, because we're not changing the price." So the creator of the products make less money, but Amazon continues to make their money because they're the only distributor. That was from the Everything Store, the book, The Everything Store. It's so, and the trade dress is nice. It was a quality book. I was eyeing it up at the bookstore, at the comic store. That might, I hate to let Amazon win, especially at the cost of my beloved comic book stores. But I mean, how can you compete, especially for a guy like me looking for deals with a limited comic book budget and a strong desire for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stories? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to say that it is, that I'm not going to buy it for almost half of what they're selling it to me for at the store. I don't know how they would make any money. Spikes in the house. I just started reading some of the newer Turtles comics recently. They are pretty good. Hey, that's what Revan Saber's saying. That's what Revan Saber's saying. Gosh, it looks like I'm closer to being done than I thought. I thought this was going to be a normal type length of a draw stream, but I have some other turtle stuff that I can also work on. So there's a Raphael that I was almost done coloring, never gotten around to it, so maybe we'll turn this into a bonus, at least until 9 o'clock. We'll do it until 9. But yeah, that's good news that the quality in Ninja Turtle stories are improving. This one was good. Number 1 here of the reboot was pretty good. Number 2 was a little iffy. I think it was the Michelangelo one. It was good enough. I was going to keep going, and then I heard really bad reviews about issue number 3, and I was short on some cash. So I let it, I skipped it, and then I have skipped all of them since. So, Spikes, if you say it's good and Revan Saber says it's good, I might have to muster up some coin, rob the piggy bank, and see if I can't. See if you guys are correct. If we have the same taste. So I know that, like, I don't know if you guys listen to Thinking Critical and Perch and all those guys that are in the comic review, comic industry kind of commentary. So they give their recommendations. And I used to buy a lot of the ones that they recommended. That's how I found Transformers and G.I. Joe, all the Skybound stuff. So kudos to them for introducing me to that stuff. I don't know if I would have automatically given that a shot, but I don't have the same taste, I don't think, as a lot of them, because I've tried some of the things that they recommended, and I'm like, I'm not seeing what you're seeing. So I don't know if you guys feel that way. I don't know who you watch online that you allow to kind of help you decide which comics are worthy. Revan Saber says, my local comic shop takes really good care of me. I got mine for $20. Nice. Can you check the price tag on the thing? I do believe it's $30. So mine was just gonna sell it to me for 30. I was like, eh. The Donatello one was weird but good. Okay, so that was the third or fourth one, Spikes, of the series. I think that was the one that they kind of said that was no good. But yeah, I do hear guys like Thinking Critical, Wes from Thinking Critical. He has been recommending Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so maybe they got their mojo back. And I initially was given the artwork in this issue a bit of a hard time because of the 3D assets that were being used. My son can't tell, so my son didn't care. He's like, I think it looks good, and the turtles look good. I'll flip it open here for you. I don't know if you guys bought it or remembered it, but yeah, it looks like, I mean, it's pretty good. But like the 3D assets or the inking of photographs or something like that, it looks like it's all digitally inked or something right over top of photographs. Looks a little too photorealistic. Like this right here looks like a 3D asset. Just how perfect it is. Let me see. Just in some spots, I was being pretty critical. Like this background, cityscape of the background. I don't even know what to say about that. That's just definitely phoning it in. But this image down here, super good, super fun, well drawn. I love the mood, love all this stuff. And I just remember being a little critical. Like this stuff in here, there's just like a little too much detail for something that's in the background. So to me, I think that was right around the time that the Rippaverse was getting some heat about using too much 3D assets in their comics. And so I was maybe swept up in the looking for 3D assets and not just highlighting it a little too much in my mind, not allowing it to fade into the background like it's supposed to. But I did review it. I did look over it again here recently, and I thought it was pretty good. I don't remember what I'm doing here. What was I doing here? Let's check out what I was trying back here. I don't know, but I'm not going to ink it. Trying. Nope. What was I thinking back here? Maybe it'll come to me before I'm done. Maybe. Yep, Spike says it was the third one. Comics Explained is a good channel to catch up on newer stories. Okay, Comics Explained. I'm going to write that down. Explain. You know what was a good comic that I just read? Let me read Revan Sabers here. The new series is enjoyable. They seem to be putting the toys back in the box. Yes. So Benny suggested that I do Geiger here soon. And so I wanted to read the story first to get a feel for the character before I thought about the poses and whatnot. And man, that is a really, really good book. And I'm not a huge Gary Frank art fan. I'm a fan of Jeff Johns' writing, but I don't know him well enough to like chase after the things that he's written. Apparently he has written a lot of great things. And so he's probably worth chasing around and reading if I want good stories. And he's been paired up with a lot of great artists. So they should be enjoyable comics when I read them, when I find them in my discount bins or wherever, because I am trying to be a little bit more frugal about my money. But that Geiger, I don't know if you guys are, a lot of us are into the Ghost Machine stuff with Rook, but I've not tried Redcoat, and this was my first go round with Geiger. Man, what a compelling story. I dug it. Really, really did. It was very, very good. So I'm looking forward to reading the Redcoat comic that I also have a sketch cover for, and I will do that sketch cover and give it to the gentleman named Eric from my local comic shop who heard that I was looking for a Geiger sketch cover, and he happened to have one. And he's like, all right, I'll just put it in your box. You can have it for free. It's like, say what? So I would do him a solid in return, and do him maybe a red coat. And I want to do the Rook sketch cover also, but I want to take my time with that because I really like that comic. So I want to show it some love. Show it some love. All right, let's go. So he's got a lot of these cloth wrappings around his legs there. Then we'll do some shadowing here. Just some directional cross-hatching. This non-crossed cross-hatching. Just simple, what do you call them, parallel lines, to kind of give it some shade. I really do like these pens. I'm glad that I gave them a try. So far, I've been pretty good about not getting the ink everywhere. I did mess up right in there. Hopefully Benny will forgive me for putting dots where dots were not intended. Let me see if you guys said anything. Benny in the house. Geiger has become one of my favorite monthly comics. Nice. So I don't know if you were here when I said that I'm not a huge Gary Frank fan, but he might have converted me. He might have converted me with Geiger here. So this is pretty much done, but I don't want to start this quite yet. But like I opened up the first page, and I was like, what? And I like what they're doing here, where each page doesn't have to be filled with stuff. They are doing some, it pauses you. It's just like 25 years from now, they could have had something else. I don't know how else they could have presented it, but they didn't have to spend a whole page of black ink just to tell me that it's 25 years in the future. And then, there are things that I don't like about Gary Frank's artwork, and it's just nitpicky because his anatomy is great, composition is great. It's a little bit straight on. It's a lot like Steve Dillon, who used to do Preacher, and he went on and did Punisher with Garth Ennis. Like right here, like this was the big reveal, right? So they say 25 years later, and they set it up right here where, like, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And then you go to flip, and you think you're going to get like the big action scene, and then boom, it introduces the name of the character. So I was like, wow, that's to give you some pause to really build it up just a little bit more. And then boom, this is the page that you would have expected when they're like, what are you going to do about it? Stranger guy sitting there reading a book, and then boom, like, this is what I did about it. But they give you a pause in there for effect. So really dug Geiger #1. So super excited to do that one. Maybe Sunday, maybe we'll see. I have some ideas. Spike says, never heard of Geiger. We'll definitely check it out. So good. It was issue #1 was really good anyway. Reverend Saver says Geiger is really good. Red Coat is my favorite of the bunch. Really, above Rook. I only liked Rook because I don't know, the artwork just really spoke to me. I like the design of the character and the premise. So Red Coat is a lot of fun too. I might need to fight him for the Red Coat sketch. Nice. Fight. I haven't read anything pre-Ghost Machine from Gary Frank. Okay. Yeah, so he I guess he I don't know if he was doing X-Men. Did he do some X-Men? I don't know. Just whatever he was on the artwork just never did it for me. Oh, and part of the things that I didn't like, I don't like about, and this is being nitpicky again, like much like Steve Dillon, like he draws like all the teeth. Like I don't know if you can see this, but like in every mouth shot, you can practically count all the teeth that each character has, no matter how far away they are. And I don't know, it kind of distracts me. It's just a little much. And this is the image from over here, but it's so good, so good. This like so well done. I just stared at it for a long time. It ended too quick because there's lots of just action, not a lot of reading. And so I was able to go back a couple of times and flip through just his artwork and the storytelling, just masterfully done. But like I said, there's lots of cinematic shots, like just straight on views. So see, straight on, straight on, straight on. Even that's straight on. This is the only different one where it's kind of a bird's eye view. But this is the kind of stuff that they tell you to avoid when you're trying to draw comic books. They said don't. It's going to be boring if you just do side view, side view. Everything's a side view. Well, this is kind of worm's eye view, bird's eye view. This is straight on. This might as well be straight on. Just a lot of straight on stuff. But so good. Good stuff. Very happy that that you suggested that, Benny. So so this is pretty much done. Of course, when as soon as I say that, I was like, never did the bottom of his sandals here. Give this an extra, little extra bold lining that goes around it, like I do, as I do. As I do. And I still can't figure out what I meant by this back here. I don't know. I don't. So we will keep it uninked. And then we'll go in here with a brush pen just to give it a little bit more contrast. Just like some deep blacks in here. Bring in that light source. The light source would be coming from up top somewhere. So you do all the stuff on the bottom here with a little bit more of a bold line to get that line weight to help your eyeball say that the light is coming from the top. It's coming from the top. And then me believes that's gonna be done. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And then we'll go for the next 15 minutes here, see if I can rummage around my markers and color up the other Ninja Turtle picture that I drew when the series rebooted way back in, gosh, I don't even know when did this reboot? Sometime at the end of last year, I want to say, right? I believe it's a 2024 thing. And I'm gonna wait out the top of this bow so that it gives the illusion that I drew it right on top, which I did. But he is on top of the title, the logo. The logo. And while we're on the Ninja Turtle stuff, so this was the this was something that I drew whenever this came out. So does it say? Does it say? Does it say? July of 2024. So coming up on a year. Coming up on a year. I don't know if I ever showed you guys how much of a turtle nerd fun fan I am. This is for my own personal, for me personally. So there's these hardcover sketchbooks that you can find. I think we found this at a homeschool convention, but they're just blank pages, hardcover, blank cover. Even the front is blank, and you can draw right on the front. You can make your own hardcover comic. And so I started drawing Ninja Turtles, and this was going to be my whole Ninja Turtle book. And I just never got around to finishing it. And so I'm looking forward to getting back in here. So I did the sketching, the poses. Did I do the poses? Yep. So you got Splinter, got April O'Neil, and this is really thick paper. That's why I'm having a hard time turning it. I'm feeling like it's 2 pages, but it's just 1. So it's nice and thick. Got some Casey Jones action here. Shredder. So Bebop, I didn't even do the poses yet. Rocksteady, Krang, and either Triceraton or Baxter Stockman would be the last page. So I thought that was fun. But let's color this guy up. Color him up. So let me see if I missed anything. Fight. Yep, nothing pre. I've got the Rook trade ordered. Not read any yet. Brother, you are going to love it. You're going to love it. My favorite. Rook is great too, but no part of the unnamed series. Okay. Is that a thing? The unnamed stories? Okay. It's coming out great. Thank you, Spikes. Thank you. And that's an awesome Raphael cover. Thank you. I'll color this, and then I'll put this on Etsy. Unless somebody wants to claim it now. I could go for a Bebop or a Rocksteady sketch too. Nice. I do have one more of these, but I got this Raphael right here. Let me see if I can figure out which colors. I'm not a big color guy, so I feel insecure when I reach for the colors. I know there's lots of guys who will just throw like purples and blues and yellows in where purples and blues and yellows don't typically go. I'm like, what? How do you know that's going to work out? And sure enough, it works out. They're fine. I just I'm insecure about it. So that came out pretty good. I like that. Now what other colors can I put in the shell? Shell. So I want a light brown, but that's always hard to do. How about a goldenrod? Goldenrod is one of these colors that I use like for yellows, like they're part yellow, part brown. It's kind of a tan color. So, okay, that's not bad. It's not bad. And then I leave a little bit of white there just to maybe hint at a highlight. Hint at the highlight. Yeah, I don't, even though I have the colors, I just don't feel super secure. It's not bad. Ooh, I forgot his mask there. And then I don't know what to color these new bandages that they have. What do you color the bandages? What do you color the bandages? So this would be his heel back here. This one, his heel is back there, back there. Make sure I get the mask. So it's really weird that, like, you look at it and you might see a red mask, but to get that red mask, you got to do a lot of orange. The right kind of orange. I don't know if this is the right kind of orange. Let's see. It doesn't hurt because it'll go darker. You just can't go lighter once you lay down the color. All right. That's Mikey. That's Mikey orange. Let's see if I can get a darker orange. Let's see if I can bring this up here. I think all my orange, I ran out of orange because I was using too much of it on throwing some Optimus Primes and whatnots. So that might just have to kind of be reddish. And the orange might just have to look like highlights, which is what I want to do anyway, but not quite as orange. Hopefully it's not as noticeable. And now we'll have to find like an eggshell-ish color, like a creamy eggshell color to, let me see if there's this light, super light beige color. Does this work? Will this work? Let's try that out. Try it out. Do you guys color? Is that something you guys... I mean, it's been so long. Like, we got our inkers, got our pencilers, our inkers, our writers. A lot of us are here on YouTube's. On the YouTube's. It's more of a fleshy color. I don't like it. I don't like it. I was trying to use it as a shadow, but let's try this. Whatever this guy is. This guy is... Oh, it's just a blender. Pale peach. Pale peach. Maybe that's what I want. Pale peach. Pale peach. I just need to hint at a color. Doesn't necessarily have to be a straight on full color. Yeah, this is gonna do. It'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. So you guys excited for Superman? I was looking up tickets. I heard that you could get early Superman tickets if you're a Prime member. Speaking of Amazon and how they run the world, that worked out. I tried to I would have I could go see it. You can go see it on the 8th of July if you are a Prime member. There's a special link. You got to go in and you got to show that you're a member. Where's my and I was just about ready to pull the trigger. Asked my family if anybody wanted to go with me. It's at 7 p.m. And my wife reminded me that we have the pastor coming over on the 8th. I was like, darn it, I just saw him today. Do I need to see him again? But I decided that I will watch it on Thursday at 3 p.m. on the 10th. Anybody else bought into the Superman hype? Like myself, suckered in by all the cool Superman-ness. And I haven't seen a movie in the theater. Well, I've gone to a lot of the Angel movies, Angel Studios movies. So, all right, I think that's it. I think I'll read through, guys, and then we'll call it an evening. Just wanted to finish that for Benny, and finish up what we started on Sunday, Father's Day. Let me try to do this while I'm talking, because I just need to move this stuff out of the way with my mouse. That's all. Just do the mouse. So what do you guys think? So Spike says, I double that, Benny. We need to see Rocksteady or Bebop. We must see it. Pretty pumped for Superman, Spike says. Gonna makes a fun superhero movie for sure. All right, guys. I thank you for popping in here on a Wednesday night, random Wednesday night, where we can finish up. Here we go. We can finish up Benny's last Ronin sketch. Turned out really, really cool. I can't wait to erase it and scan it in so that I can share it out with everybody. And so just thankful that you guys are willing to jump on and hang out. We beat Hump Day. We can rock the rest of the week now. Don't forget to share out the campaign for Alpha Red number 7. I'm going to be putting out some videos. It's a week and a half away from being done, and I need to spend more time promoting it. I just have not been able to because of work, and then because I was preparing for the homeschool show, which by all accounts was worth all the time and effort I put into the preparation to get down there. But the campaign needs work. It needs your help. Share. I can't wait to share more images, more pages of Alpha Red number 7 with you, because they are blowing my mind. It's incredible. So I can't wait for you to have this in your hands and see that. And as I read it, it's just so much fun. So guys, I want to say thank you. Let's see if guys, Raphael is using his Batman voice. Yes, I am Raphael. And it looks great. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, guys. Until next time, until Sunday, grace and peace. We are out. Welcome to Alpha Red number 7, The Monster Within. In this issue, an ancient evil has risen, unleashed by a rogue treasure hunter on her latest heist. Now, this powerful executioner walks the earth once more, and only Alpha Red stands between the fallen angel and the annihilation of the other kingdom warriors. As Wingman is haunted by cryptic visions of his forgotten past, he squares off with the Searcher and her celestial enforcer Zadkiel. What dark secrets link the sacred relics to Wingman's dreams? And can Alpha Red stop this vengeful angel before it's too late? Brace yourself for pulse-pounding action, shocking revelations, and supernatural suspense in Alpha Red number 7, a high-octane thrill ride you won't want to miss. This issue can be enjoyed on its own, but there will be tiers where you can pick up the first 6 issues of Alpha Red. If you're new to Alpha Red, it can be summarized like this. In a world unraveling from the inside, Alpha Red emerges as a bold new hero in a time of darkness. Calvin Wes Wesley was just a blue-collar worker until the Kingdom, a secret organization powered by ancient spiritual technology, chose him to be their new champion. With superhuman strength, speed, and wisdom now flowing through him, Wes is thrust into the battle that reaches beyond the physical world into the realm of eternal souls. The enemy, Satan himself, cast into human form, walking among us, immortal, plotting a global apocalypse after being betrayed by his right-hand demon. His identity is hidden, his influence is growing, and only Alpha Red stands between us and damnation. This isn't just a comic, it's a spiritual war dressed in superhero skin. A gripping, high-stakes saga where every punch is powered by purpose and every page crackles with righteous intensity. Created by artist and writer James Q. Nguyen, Alpha Red fuses pulse-pounding action with themes of faith, redemption, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. With stunning artwork and a cinematic story arc built for fans of Spawn, Daredevil, and the Book of Revelation, this is a series that dares to say something deeper, while still kicking it like a 90s style comic. Join the mission, back the hero, invest in the legend. Alpha Red isn't just another comic, it's the beginning of something bigger.
From the shadows he rises with courage in his heart, a beacon of hope. He's ready to start with faith as his armor and a fire in his soul. Alpha Red stands tall, fulfilling his role. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. Red. In a world full of chaos, where evil may lurk, he fights for the righteous, his mission and work. Guided by God, with strength from above, he battles the darkness with unyielding love. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. Alpha Red. When the night seems too long and hope seems so far, look to the skies, you'll see his bright star. With a prayer and a promise, he faces the fight. Alpha Red shines through, the beacon of light. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. So stand tall with courage, let your faith lead the way. With Alpha Red beside us, we'll see a brighter day. For evil may tremble, but never forget.